Hello, last week I asked you to do one thing, find one number. How many new clients did your veterinary practice gain in the last 30 days? Hopefully, you did your homework because today we're going to answer the next obvious question. Was that number good or not? And here's the interesting part. Most veterinarians don't know. Not because they don't care, because nobody ever taught us what that healthy number looks like. We learned medicine. We learned surgery. We learned diagnostics. Nobody handed us the owner manual on running the healthy veterinary practice. So that's what we're all about. Trying to help great veterinarians become great practice builders. Why does this matter? Imagine trying to lose weight, but you never step on a scale. You never measure your waist. You never track your workout. Could you still improve? Maybe, but you're flying blind. Practice growth is exactly the same. Revenue can fool you. If prices go up, revenue goes up. I have an interesting image that I'm going to show you on a different one. But your visits can be declining, and that's what we're seeing happening across medicine right now. The fire still looks warm, but the fuel is changing. That's why I care much more about new client growth than almost any other number. New clients are tomorrow's visits, exams, wellnesses, dental cleanings, surgeries, and tomorrow's referrals. And those are the people that we get to help to keep fueling the fire. So what is that healthy number? You'll hear different recommendations. The standard average benchmark commonly has been 5 to 7% relative to your active client base over an appropriate measured period. And it's a good place to begin. Personally, I would aim a little bit higher based on everything we're seeing right now, closer to 10%. And it doesn't matter if you hit it immediately. It just gives you a reasonable target. Then you look for radical targets. And then there's elite practices that we're going for impossible targets. But you got to have some target. So let's say, for example, that your number is 40. You had 40 clients last month. New clients come in last month. At least now we have a starting point. Can we move that number 10% or 20%, 44, 48? You don't need to double your business overnight. What we're getting is momentum and focus. Small improvements repeated consistently completely change the future of the way your practice trajectory will go. Here's the thing. Don't compare yourself to another practice. Go back, look at your own practice. What did August do last year compared to this year? What were your numbers compared to 6 months ago? Are they going up? Are they stagnating? You get the idea. Comparing your practice to your practice. That's the way you get meaningful growth and comparison to what you want to compare to. Every practice is different. You have different communities, different competition, different doctors. You'll have different goals. So don't chase someone else's number. Improve your own. Here comes the fun part. Let's assume your goal is to move from that 40 to 46 or 48 in September. How are we going to do it? Not with another Facebook ad, not by lowering prices, not by hoping and seeing what happens. Next week, I'm going to show you the single most effective client acquisition system I've used in nearly 30 years of practice. And it starts with 3 simple things. 5 business cards, a sheet of letterhead, and a legal pad or some scratch paper to write on. That's it. Simple, personal, relationship driven. And here's how it's generated so many wonderful clients over the years. a hint for next week before we finish. I want you to begin thinking about one question. Who are your favorite clients? Not your highest spenders, not necessarily. But I'm talking about those people who, when you see their name on your schedule tomorrow, you smile. Why? Why them? What links them? What do they have in common? What makes them a joy to work with? Most veterinarians have never gone through this exercise of thinking about their favorite clients, seeing them on their schedule, and writing down their avatar, their ideal clients. What do you have when you identify and you define your ideal client? So this week, don't overcomplicate it. We know our number. Let's set a realistic target and start paying attention to who your favorite clients are. Because next week, we're going to turn those observations into a practical referral system that has been one of the most effective growth strategies I've ever used. If you find this helpful, I would love for you to join the Monday morning brief. Every Sunday, I will send a practical business or communication idea that you can use before your Monday morning appointments. No fluff, no spam, just an idea for your practice that you can help your practice next week, 1 week at a time. I'm Dr. Jeff Munn. Thank you for spending a little time with me. And until next week, go make your first appointment just a little bit better.